Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show where we're going to be trying a new product from Blue Run. This is out of their Flight 3, their Buck and Brush, as it's called. And we'll get into all that, what all that means and stuff like that after we get into the discussion of this one. But here sitting at the tasting bar, my name's Colonel Steve Akeley, joined by McNew and Darren McCroy. What's up, gang?
Hey, guys.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, so yeah, we're going to have some fun trying this new item from Blue Run. It actually just showed up here. So we were doing another show, and the UPS guy shows up, and lo and behold, he's got some whiskey for us. So we open up, we're like, oh, let's just do a show about it. Yeah. I don't know that we've ever done one of these that fast.
No, it's got to be the fastest,
right.
Easily.
Fastest
we're under 30 minutes.
Yes, yeah. So it comes off the truck, and we're doing a show about it. How perfect is that? So again, it worked out just very well. McNew's here, hanging out after seeing a concert here in St. Louis last night. So pretty fun stuff. Before we get to talking about this Blue Run and tasting it and all that good stuff, McNew said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Yeah, so recently in a town that I've lived in, the Dollar General got robbed. And first of all, I think that's stupid, right? It's a Dollar General. Right. What are you going to get? But then also I was thinking, who even pays with cash? It's all everybody's paying with cards or electronically.
Sure.
I was thinking about crimes that technology has eliminated. Robbing is stupid now, right? You're not really going to get cash from anywhere.
I feel like if there's anywhere that you're going to get cash, though, is a Dollar General in the country, right? Where people pay with a lot more.
You go to northern Kentucky and they don't. They're not into credit cards. I set up there one time selling some stuff, and I had the credit card. At Royce's place, actually, they had the race going on next door, and I was just selling bourbon stuff and things like that. This was early on when I first met Royce, and it was the first race after that. And I just set up and I was just selling stuff, and I could take credit cards, but I probably sold to 40 different people during the course of the day. Not one of them had a credit card. Every single one of them paid cash, which is great. I mean, I loved it.
For festivals, though, if I do go to a festival thing like that, I'm just okay, I'm going to take cash. Because sometimes it's just quicker and easier.
So maybe the Dollar Generals, the bottom line is maybe the Dollar Generals in the country.
So I didn't, because, it's a little small town. Those people are pretty credit card phobic. So
you definitely get into some of that.
Okay, maybe these robbers are smarter than I was thinking they were. Because I was just what are you going to get $20? That's worth a felony? No, what are we doing?
For the record, I think we need to go back to cash as the standard. Not get away from the plastic. I think it's evil. I really do. I feel like credit cards are evil because it takes your $100 that you pay and turns it into $96.50. And then when that retailer takes that $96.50 that they've got and they're like, okay, I made this sale now. This is my money. I'm going to go out and spend it. And they go to a restaurant and then it's another 3.5% hit. Yeah. Off of that, and it's worth $92.12. Eventually, right? What happens? The credit card company gets all of it. It's all theirs in the end, right? So I do think it's evil, and I don't want to get too much into the conspiracy theories, but the government loves being able to track everything, right?
Yeah,
it's like when Illinois cracked down and said, "Hey, you need to start paying sales tax on your online purchases." And people were like, "Fuck that! I ain't paying that." What they don't know don't hurt them. They're like, "Oh, by the way, if you get audited, we're going to check your, we're going to check your credit cards to see what you bought online. So then we'll know if you get audited." And people are like, "Shit! I'll just better pay my sales tax."
No, I just heard if. It's a very big if.
Yeah.
Audit me. Good luck. I don't care.
Yeah. But that's Illinois though. So yeah.
So I've been trying to think of other crimes that have gone out of the ways with technologies. And one, I think that we're not, like, I think about this every time I walk into a bank, but I feel like bank robberies, TV made them a much bigger thing when I was little than they ever were.
Yeah, like quicksand's not a problem either, where we thought it would be. Yeah.
But, like, I heard a video the other day where, like, this guy was a bank robber, and he was like, "Give me everything above a 20." And, like, the lady handed him $150.
Right.
Yeah,
it was on a note. And he's like, "Well, give me the 20s, too." She's like, "That's not what the note says."
Right.
And that's all he walked out with. And he ended up getting caught 6 months later.
Yeah, and I mean, and there's cameras everywhere. I feel like any crime you're going to do, I'm just like, if you're not in the middle of the woods, like, something's going to see it.
Yeah.
Cameras everywhere. Yeah, for sure.
But it's crazy, even with cameras everywhere, how much people are like, "I'll still steal from stores." Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm still going to steal a traffic cone. Do you know how many cameras I probably am on stealing traffic cones?
Traffic cones, yeah.
Probably so many.
Yeah. For sure. I do think there's got to be less I think there's less serial killers. I think the golden age of serial killers, McNew, I know as much as you love that stuff. I think we're past it just because of cameras.
They peaked in the 70s.
Yeah.
I was thinking the golden age of cannibals is probably also gone.
Cannibals.
Yeah, we don't hear about that anymore, really.
Yeah, when was the last time you heard about a cannibal? Like,
it's been a while.
Especially a serial cannibal that ate multiple people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard. There's cameras everywhere, and then the DNA. If you've ever committed any sort of infraction, and then you're like a serial killer, they're going to catch you for something else.
Yeah.
That'll get you.
And everybody has phones. Like, somebody has our location at some point all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, you brought that person back to your apartment, and they never left. Like, I mean, you're going to get caught. It's just...
Yeah. So what other sort of crimes have gone away because of technology or...
I feel like, and again, it might still happen, but like cattle theft is way down since the 1800s. Like almost in the basement. I don't know if that's because of technology or if we just stopped stealing people's cows.
Society.
You know what? So are duels. We're not dueling out in the street anymore either, Darren.
Yeah.
Yeah, duels?
Actually, I think we should bring that back, though. Like, I feel like if you have a big enough problem with somebody, if you can't duel it out, shut the fuck up. You don't have that big of a problem, then do you? We bring it back.
Yeah.
You're not going to shoot me about it. Shut up.
Okay. Duels are coming back.
Yeah, I would let them come back. I think it's fine.
Tree crimes are way down. I'm just trying to think of all the obscure crime. Yeah, it used to be a thing. Oh, now we get fun tree facts. So, cutting down trees on other people's lands is almost a felony in every state.
Yeah.
But there was, especially, now I'm going way back, like when we were a British colony, there was a bunch of eastern white pines that grew in... like the northeast Maine and everything, and they were called the King's Tree. And they would mark these trees for masts on ship because they grow 120 feet straight up, no knots, nice and strong. So they're awesome masts for boats. And if you touch anything, I forget the exact size, that is any tree that is within a mile of one of the King's trees, you got killed almost instantly.
Yeah, well,
like they did not mess around with that.
No, timber is a crazy business though. Like my dad was a logger, so like they'd send their buyers in, and like he'd spray paint whatever they were supposed to touch. It's like if I didn't spray paint it, don't fucking touch it.
Yep,
we didn't buy those.
Yep, and it was a huge crime at the time, and like someone got killed one time for harvesting a tree too close.
Did we kill out all those trees? Because that's how we are?
No. There's still eastern white pines.
Okay.
And they're still huge. It's just...
Okay.
We still do harvest them for... like, a lot of pine wood comes from them.
Okay.
Because you can get a lot of board.
Very protected, I assume, still at this point. Not people getting killed over them, but are they still a protected species?
They grow. So pines grow really quickly, so they're probably even less protected than some species of oaks. I would.
Okay.
Like they're a pretty common pine tree.
What's the most protected tree? The redwood?
Redwoods.
Hopefully it's the fucking redwood. I love redwoods.
Redwoods are up there.
To me, that's the only spectacle to behold when it comes to trees. That is a tree where I look at and you see the size of it and you realize this has been around since whatever times,
Have you done the redwood forest?
Oh yeah. And I want to go back and do more of it.
I would love to go see that.
It's cool.
American chestnuts are very highly protected and basically extinct. Like what we call American chestnuts now are actually a breed with Chinese chestnuts.
Didn't Dolly's uncle always plant American chestnuts? That was like his personal mission to plant those. I think so.
Yeah.
Like in the Smoky Mountains area.
Yeah.
He would just do that. That was like his
region.
hobby and do all that. He would just, that's all he did. He would just
those are protected because of an insect that came over from Asia and just killed them all.
Oh.
Like killed them all.
Yeah.
At like one point there was 12 known left, and then they've so the genetics isn't good. There's a whole big thing there.
Right.
A lot of other countries, like mahogany's a really protected tree, and you have to have licenses to.
We know cypress from the world of whiskey. We know that you can't go down and cut down a cypress tree to make fallen ones. You can harvest the wood if there's a fallen one. Garyana too is one that you cannot cut down, but you can harvest fallen trees, which for their oak. So there are a couple that I know of.
And there's a couple more too that even I'm forgetting right now. That like manatees, I always joke about. Like I was snorkeling one time and I saw a manatee, and I was like, I'm not touching that because that's a $5,000 or $50,000 penalty.
It makes me sad because they will swim up and like want human affection, and apparently you can't hug and touch them.
No.
I would just take the fine. Find me. Like you're gonna let that sweet little potato just not get pets?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
But there are some trees that, like, when you walk by one, you start walking on the other path. Like, you're like, that's too expensive to breathe around.
Yeah, interesting. Trees.
Yeah.
So
I don't even remember what the small talk topic was.
Obsolete crimes.
Obsolete crimes.
Today we deep dived into tree crimes. That was
Tree
today's
crimes.
lesson.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, very cool. All right, what we're going to do next, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be trying this new offering from Blue Run. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Lenny Eckstein, and to set the record straight, I am a vegan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's Steve, McNew, and Darren. We're here at the ABV Barrel Shop, sitting at the tasting bar, getting ready to try a new offering from Blue Run. Darren, what do we know about this one?
So the Flight series, this is their third iteration of it.
Okay.
And it is a small batch, like the smallest of batches of products. And they've released 6 different ones of these batches for Flight number 3. So it is no more than 4 barrels.
Okay. That's a small batch by anybody's
And
definition,
it
I would
is
assume.
4 barrels with 4 different mash bills, which I'll get into in a second. So our particular batch that we've been sent is Buck and Brush, which is a reference to cowboys, buckaroos,
Okay.
and the Western landscape brush.
Okay.
They all have names: Philly and Fiddle, Beach and Blooms, Fit and Flare, Sails and Rails, Sun and Salt. So it's kind of the whole naming section for this batch.
Okay.
It will be $124 retail. So
Okay.
for Blue Run, honestly, that's quite cheap.
Sure.
And it is a blend of bourbon and rye. So the mash bills that are in there are 6-year-old Kentucky straight rye barrels, 12 corn, 80 rye, 8 malted barley.
Okay.
5-year-old Kentucky bourbon barrels, 75, 21 rye, 4 malted barley. 5-year-old straight bourbon, 65 corn, 30 rye, 5 malted barley. And then 5-year-old straight rye barrels, 12, 80, 8. So those are the same mash bills, but they're 2 different age groups. And so each one of these, they blended different flavors to get different things.
Okay.
And evidently there is quite the batch difference.
I would guess so.
Just reading the tasting notes.
Yeah. I bet you there's more rye in this. I haven't done the math, but I
Yeah.
bet you there's more rye in this than anything based on the fact you're talking about high rye bourbons and then rye whiskeys.
Yeah.
So it's not really a burr rye, it's a ribon, as I've been wanting to get it called.
a ribon.
That makes it, because I'm drinking it. It tastes like rye to me.
Okay.
I don't get a lot of
McNew-
bourbon out of it.
McNew worked
honestly.
ahead.
I was
Just like she's a
ahead of the
go-getter
game.
in school. She's a go-getter here in the
I was
tasting bar.
a straight A, except for an F student. So
It is coming
Smells
in at
delicious.
110.7 proof. Mm-hmm. That is gorgeous.
That is very nice. Man, that is a great whiskey. That is incredible.
Yeah. And McNew's right. You definitely get that rye flavor. But, man, I would be happy to give this to anyone that tells me they don't like rye. Right?
yeah. No, you can't not like this. It's delicious.
Right. Yeah.
Caramels and...
Yeah, this is really nice. This is a great product. And, excellent work by the team at Blue Run to send this one to us. So I can't imagine what the other batches are like, but this is fantastic.
Yeah. So, just in case you're looking for it at home, this is Flight Series 3, and the flights all have the white butterflies.
The white butterflies, okay.
Is their call to fame.
We know they didn't send us like a sheet or anything like that, but I know that typically Blue Run on their website sells their products. So check their website. You probably can pick these up via that, I'm sure. We didn't check in advance, but I'm guessing that's...
I'm pretty sure you can. They're usually really good about that.
Their stuff is available for sale on their website. So get it sent to you at your house. You don't have to go hunting for this one. Pretty cool stuff. Well, there you go. That's going to wrap this one up. Great show today and some great whiskey. And thanks again to Blue Run for sending this for us to give it a taste and see what we thought about it. So, really good stuff for sure. We'll wrap this one up by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures.
Okay, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
We'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Fartits, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.